It is the 15th day of Shorty September, and today's project is The Redemption of Galen Pike by Cara Davis. This is a collection of stories, I think, that don't really have anything to do with each other. I may be wrong. But I got a jump on this last night. I've read the first couple of stories, just because I think today in work is going to be a bit manic. And I'm liking it so far, it's really good. One of the stories is actually about South Wales, so I could have used this as the prompt for the hometown shorts. I didn't even know. But the other ones are not in Wales, even though the author I think is Welsh. The first one I think is America. Anyway, that's the plan for today. Y'all know that song, John Jacob, Jingleheimer Schmidt, you know, like that one? Like, I taught that one to my kid ages ago. Like, I think it's like an American thing, so she hadn't heard it before. I taught it to her, and then she taught it to all her little friends. And then it died, and that was fine. But today, she's brought it back for some reason, and now it won't go away. I'm like singing it in traffic, like passing people on the road, like, John Jacob Jingleheimer. Like, it's gonna haunt me all day. Oh my god. My mom has texted me, she and my dad just got a dog. It's a puppy, it's tiny, it's a girl. Anna and I have named it Moneypenny. So my parents have not had a dog since my childhood dog, and I know that sounds like a really long time ago, but he only died a couple years ago. He was 16. He was amazing. Anyway, this new dog, Moneypenny, I'm desperate to visit it and give her cuddles. Like, I know I have two dogs of my own who are kind of cuddly. Okay, whatever. And I know that my parents live all the way in Seattle and I live here in Wales, but I feel like distance is no object. I feel like we need to have a cuddle. It's so cute. Okay, I have been killing it with work today. I have just earned myself a lunch break. But I will just say about this book, I did get a chance, like, in a mid-morning tea break to have read a bit more. And now I'm a good halfway through, and it's only lunchtime. I'm kicking ass. Okay, but I really like this book. The stories are much shorter than the average story I think that I've been reading in collections recently. And also, I can't think of like a cohesive element yet. Sometimes the sort of cohesive element, the theme through all of them is really obvious straight away. Sometimes they have no theme. I don't know. Sometimes I think I just miss the theme, like it's there, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't think they're linked. So some of them are really good and have like stayed with me, like me sort of thinking about them while doing work. One of them is this guy. So Queen Victoria's like on a tour, right? And she comes to this small town and he's like the mayor or something. He's like this distinguished guy in this small town, and it's his job to like, you know, show her up to the stage and, you know, get anything she needs, you know, and like talk to her or whatever. And she's not particularly happy, like she's just sort of like drifting or whatever. And she says to him, "Tell me a story." And he's like, "Okay." And the only story he can think of is the story of how his wife left him for a woman and how he like walked in on them in passionate embrace. So she was obviously disgusted by that, but also enjoyed it. So that was good. Also, one of the stories is based on like Amazonian myth or something, and it had like a little note at the back to say some people believe that Amazons did this and some people, you know, don't think that was a thing. But it's a story about a woman having her boob removed so that she can be a better archer. I guess, you know, they get in the way, don't they? You know, when you're trying to be an archer. And obviously Cara Davis just heard that story, you know, and was like, oh, they have their boobs removed, you know, one of them in order to be a better archer. And she just thought immediately of a woman having her boob removed and what it would be like to have your boob removed, you know. And she always wrote a story about it, and I enjoyed it. It's not something I've thought about before. But yeah, it would be terrible. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. Loved her. Oh, she's gonna be really happy there. They're gonna be happy together. I just know it.
In proper kind of, you know.
Mae Aled Afal yn y tŷ.
Okay, I have finished the book, right? And it was really good. I really like Cara Davis as a writer. However, when I finished West, that novella she wrote that I read about the guy who goes looking for dinosaurs, when I finished it, I was like, shit, that was so good. Like, I just loved the crap out of that one. So I obviously like had high hopes for this one as well. The writing did not let me down because she's a fantastic writer. I really like her. But the stories themselves, I think some of them were really good. And others of them I think were just sort of okay. Like, they weren't bad, you know, but they were really short. And I think that might just be a me preference thing. Like, I can't really get into a story that's only 2 pages long. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need more before I can like fully commit to something like that and like it, you know? But like the title story, like the actual story about Galen Pike was probably the best story in here, you know? And it's about this guy, like, okay, if you read this book, you should do, because it is good, you know, maybe it's just like a short story thing that I have. They were a bit short and some of them are better than others, but still the writing's good. So if you want to read this book, beware, spoilers are coming, okay? But Galen Pike, he is in prison in Colorado, where he used to live, because he's done something horrendous, right? And there's a woman who's like part of this Christian group or something who comes to visit the prisoners and bring them food and like knits with them, you know, and stuff like that, and just like keeps them company. She is so disgusted by her crimes, she won't even mention what they are, but she's like, I'm not gonna think about it, you know, he's a child of God, I'm gonna, you know, bring him cookies, blah blah. And she's also part of this like political committee thing, so she's a Democrat voter, and she gets really annoyed because the town is so closely split between Democrats and Republicans, but Republicans always tend to win out, and she gets really annoyed by that. She doesn't like the mayor, you know, she thinks he's, you know, a crook. So she visits this guy and he hates her, first of all, and he's like, how dare you, blah blah, and he's done this crime, we don't know what it is, it's disgusting. But then something keeps her away for 3 days and he realizes that he really misses her and he loves her, and like, I don't know. Anyway, at the end, she sees him to the hangman, you know, and she's like there with him at the end, and he's like, you know, he loves that she was there for him at the end. And then as she's walking away, a bit melancholy, she's like, oh shit. Like, she knows exactly how many voters for each thing there are in the town, because it's not a secret. And there were 48 Republicans, but Galen Pike ate 4 of them. So now the odds have shifted. That's his redemption. He turned the town Democrat by eating 4 of the Republicans. I enjoyed that, fully enjoyed it. 4 stars. I think just in my mind I'd built it up to be like, you know, 6 out of 5 stars. And then when it ended up being 4 stars, you know, I was a bit, you know, not as excited. But my book yesterday was 4 stars and I expected it to be like 2 or 3 stars. So I was like, yeah, 4 stars. So it's just all about, you know, what you expect, isn't it? So for tomorrow's project, I think we're gonna go with Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. And that's the book and a movie thing, so maybe I'll be able to watch Shawshank Redemption tomorrow as well with my family. I still have not found this book in my house. I'm gonna give it another once over and maybe once tomorrow, and if I still can't find it, I'm just gonna get the audiobook. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not buying this book again. I'll just have an audiobook prompt day for Shorty September. You know, I have to work tomorrow. It'll be fine to listen to that while I'm working, you know. No loss. Audiobooks are better anyway. Stupid book. Don't know where the fuck it is. Okay, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts. If you have comments, questions, anything. Update me on your reading journey for this month. What are you working on? What are you working on? What's up next? And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Okay, bye.